What is up, everybody, and welcome to the grand finale of the Speedrun Mode Tournament. I'm the Paco, I'm of course joined by Mr. TK Mala and a Faden. What is up, guys? Are y'all ready for the final match to end this tournament?
Let's go!
Yeah, no, I think everyone's ready for this. This is probably, I want to say this is like the hypest we could get for grand finals as far as like the players, the maps, you know, everything.
Yeah, it's actually all streets. Who would have thought? All streets. It's funny. We just get a repeat 4 extra times. It's how strange.
This was not rigged, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, not rigged at all. This is all in the wheel of streets. I mean, wheel of fortune. Now, but we have a fantastic matchup. We have the #1 seed, who is currently in the winner's bracket, George, facing off the winner of the loser's bracket in Ace. If you don't know how this works, best of 5. Ace has to win this set and the next set to win the tournament. George just needs to win a set to win it all. So, but these, I don't know how much more even you can get. Both of these players are insanely good. Like, they're so good at the game. They both battle each other all the time for records. Their times are just so close. In the matchup, these maps are crazy. It's gonna be a fantastic game. And I hope you guys are as hyped as we are, because this is gonna be, hopefully this will end up being a match for the ages.
Exactly. I mean, huge shout outs to Frankie, who just got eliminated, but had a great run in the tournament. So shout out to him. And I'm just hyped, dude. I just want to see some stuff happen.
Yeah.
And can we tell them the maps?
Yeah, let's go ahead and tell the maps.
All right. So the first map's gonna be Venice Beach, which they both are, and the second map, which is a guarantee that everybody was hoping to see, it's Streets. And I just want to point that out. It was not rigged. Okay, this was actually selected. That was legit. All right, so second map is Streets, and then we're heading to New York City, and if necessary, School 1, and finishing off with Hangar.
Yeah, this is like, they're so close to each other, all these maps. It's crazy.
Yeah, if we do end up with Ace winning, we also have a little bit of a special treat for the second set. So we'll see if that comes out. But first, we'll have to focus on this first one.
Yeah, definitely.
Damn it.
I think we are good to go on our end. Let's go ahead and transition over as soon as I update the final graphic, because I forgot to update that during the thing again, because I am a professional streamer. Fun fact.
Classic.
Classic. I am the best of them all. That is not the right one. Hold on. Hey, we got it.
Nice.
Found it, guys. See, and again, professional streamer.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think we're good to go on our end. If both players are as well, let the grand finals, which is, by the way, the first finals in Tony Hawk speedrun history that we are completing. We had 2 tournaments before, and this is the first time we're finally finishing something. Anyways, we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Nice. Good luck for both of them.
Ace is great. What is this FOV?
Ace?
What is this? I don't know. Is this intentional?
Why did he do that?
Is this no? There's no way. He's not that. Just wanted to show that.
Just fucking around.
He's willing to sacrifice like 20 odd seconds just to go for a meme. For sure, Ace. I'm like, is this legit strategies right now? Are we actually doing this? This is like lag reduction strats or something.
We're GoldenEye now.
GoldenEye. In a fucking PC game. Anyways, yeah, Venice Beach. This one has a this is a very interesting map to start off with. I guess he's just checking controls or something. I don't know what happened there. But this one's a very interesting map. There's a lot of different ways this can go wrong.
This map has a lot of small tricks.
Oh, and George got the tape, so he actually got a little bit lucky there.
But he,
unlucky
but the,
right there.
yeah, right there, you're supposed to kind of just like allow yourself to just jump off and get the gap. With how gaps work in this game, if you have like a gap between two objects, such as like he was trying right there, you can get the gap right there just by grinding it. Sometimes people just jump out. Sometimes you can just grind it like that and it'll give it to you. Instead of having to jump all the way up and just all the way down, it's infinitely faster to do it that way. Oh, ooh, that collision just did not work with him. Oh, he hit the Ace got the he got the odd the hobo somehow. Bump Ollie the bum.
Yeah, the bum is definitely the trickier of the two. Actually, of all objectives here, the tape is actually quite easy once you get the hang of it. But the bum is just like his hitbox is so weird that you don't really get a nice and clear way to get it every time. And we were talking about this last time we had Venice on the tournament, and that also he stays around for like an extra 2 seconds after you clear him, so you can still hit an invisible bum.
Which is so stupid. It's like really, really stupid. It's strange how that works out. Oh wow, George was on a good run, but he was unable to actually get up on top of the fence so he can make it up to the next part.
Yeah, George was on a very good run there. I didn't want to say, I don't want to commentator's curse.
I'm trying not to commentator's curse this as much because this is the final of all finals, so I don't want to be like, oh, but blah blah lost because Packle's like, and he died. Oh, Ace going for okay.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Shoot. Just
So
different levels of okay.
See what I mean? But
Yeah.
interesting. But he's able to complete with a 61 with that mishap. 397.
Solid time. He can still do way better, but still good.
That too much.
Losing that break.
That tech is. Oh no, that tech was weird. I like the tech.
Yeah.
Starting to notice George can consistently land the that first bum where you like just kind of
Fall on
like
top of
hold
it.
A over. Yeah, he's very consistent at it.
What? George consistent? What the fuck? Who would've thought?
Yeah, he would have thought. I know.
Exactly. We were all shocked.
Easy points. for him.
Casually getting 200,000 points.
Let's see if George gets it. He gets it. Oh, this is an amazing
Wow.
time right here. This is going to be a 52.
Oh my!
Wow.
Oh my God, George.
Showing us why he's #1 seed.
Yep, he does have a pretty solid lead on this map with 3 seconds over Ace's PB. But man, that was a good run.
Yeah, that's okay. We're only like 4.5 minutes in. Okay, George.
Yeah, George is showing why he's the favorite for this tournament.
Again, the only person in this entire tournament to ever take a game off him was Ace. So, like, if anyone's going to be able to do it, it has to be this man.
Yeah, I
But-
think.
They both
Ace
grind really
definitely-
hard.
Yeah, Ace definitely has the skill to do it. Like you said before, they've both been putting up like world record after world record in the Discord. One gets it, another one gets it the next day.
Yeah, there's been
Just-
battles going on.
Yeah, but right now it's a little bit tricky for Ace because George's time of 52.635 is actually almost 3 seconds under Ace's PB. So he's gonna have to go off all out.
Yeah, definitely. It's but again, still plenty of time. If there's anyone in this tournament who could like pull out a PB just out of nowhere, it's Ace. Like the man can just do things.
Both these runners.
Yeah,
Yeah,
both
exactly.
these are for sure.
The other one is George.
Plus, make it look easy. Like this. If anyone has been around the community a while, you know George's movement is just on point at all times.
I just remembered. I remember like back in the day, like when I first joined, me and Packle joined at about the same time, more or less. It was like a couple of months at basically the same time. But I remember George wasn't like super active in the community, but it was just always like, if you looked at anything on like 1 through 4, George was there, just consistently like 1 or 2. And nobody was close at the time.
Yeah, 1, it was like Wish was close, if not on his way to getting it. For 2, he was like seconds away from anybody. 3, like no one's challenged him. Like there's one person may have challenged him, but even then he's just like, someone got close and he's like, nope, mine. 4, he didn't care about too much, but the man just.
Man was ahead of everybody in 4 by quite a bit for a while.
But if you've been around the community enough, you know the man is just, he knows how to play this game. And he can just magically just come out of retirement and just grab a world record in like 2 days flat, like guaranteed. So
honestly,
he's he's still not honestly new anymore. He's been around the community for like 4 years. The man of cat bag lore has taken a lot of his own records. Been king of the underground a couple times.
Yeah, Asa is definitely like put up a very like solid, better than solid, honestly. Like probably like top 5 speedrunners like ever at this point. You know, I'd say Thug 1 is the most competitive game in the series, realistically, like the whole series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And multiple times has taken sweeps along. There's not very many people who have sweeped the whole leaderboards. I think there's like 4 maybe.
I think it's been 4 ever, yeah.
Packle, Silent, Ace.
Yatters?
I think. I don't know if.
Rushy.
Oh, 5 maybe. I don't know. It did.
Yatters did at one point, I believe. I have to consult the history lore expert in Silent Laws later.
Yeah, but Ace is one of those runners. I feel like that's an insanely hard task to do.
Oh yeah.
That game is just so competitive for the longest time.
Especially in the goaling engine. We have a little under 2 minutes left to go. Ace is still trying to get a run together. Looks like he's trying to go for everything because he knows he needs to do that in order to at least get back. We're kind of like tied right now. This movement.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. We were kind of synced for a moment there. That jump is just not being nice to Ace on this go.
I think as far as it goes, George is a little more consistent on this level. Overall, I think Ace said he hasn't played this level too much lately, so I don't think this result will surprise him at all. Or at least how it's going right now, I should say, rather. But
that
both runners
messing up both runners. I jump over to the S, but that one's kind of awkward. I think it's the S.
Oh,
I should know my locations. It's E.
I was gonna say, I think it's the E.
The letter. I don't know letters.
I think you have to wall ride pretty high. It looks like you don't really have to, but
I've seen them both mess that up a couple times this game.
Yeah, the way they actually set it up to pick it up. Well, I think the way George did it on his 52 is just getting the wall right and not touching anything, just straight up just going for the sand. But Ace a number of times actually tried to go for the easy jump up and then actually jumping down. But I don't think you can get a 52, that low of a 52 without George's strat. So
this is going to be
tough.
Sorry to cut you off. This is Ace's final run, and rip. Yep, he wasn't able to get it off. Sorry to cut you off, but George will be taking game 1 in a convincing fashion, establishing dominance on Venice. And we'll be going off to game 2, which is Streets. Everyone's been hoping for Streets this entire time. And safe to say, we're going to get Streets, guys.
Yeah, this is like a run back of what I would consider probably the best like individual race of the tournament.
Yep, definitely. It was just so fun to watch, and Streets is a really tough level to watch. And all of a sudden, at the end of it, George was down the entire time, and he actually managed to get world record at the end of it. Like literally the last run, he started at like 9:58, 9:59, and snagged the world record. It was just it was good Tony Hawk gameplay. That's all I can say.
Yeah, definitely. Go and update the thing real quick. There we go. George, we're taking game 1. I think we are ready to go if both players are as well. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right,
I started a
Streets.
weird start right there. Ah, but it is random. Yeah, Streets is evil level, to say the least.
Yep.
And we've seen this time actually come down a lot. The idea of the infamous Streets 112 is ever prevalent now. It's just a matter of time before someone gets it. That's an interesting strategy from Ace.
I was gonna say that's actually.
Huh.
It looks better.
It looks not as stupid.
Yes.
Huh. I don't... Is it one of those things that, like, we never really thought about as speedrunners? We're just like, oh, yeah, we're just going to do it this way. But someone's just like, I wonder why we don't do that. Oh, what was that? Okay. He's going to go opt for completing the run here. We'll get the wall ride. That wall ride is just always insane.
Oh my.
Oh, my. Okay, Ace.
Nice.
And he's not that
Yeah,
far behind, though. He's not behind pace, either. Like, that trolley is a good indicator to tell you how far ahead you are or behind you are. And he's still on decent pace right here. Still gets the
Oof.
Yeah, he's probably just going to opt. There we go. Get the E. Yeah. If you get the jump out of that with the bonus, you're able to get a good boost out of it. Yeah, it's looks like he's going to opt for to finish up a run just to get himself completely warmed up, ready to go. Plus, you never know. If George doesn't complete a run, then he would win by default. Oh wow, that jump's strange. All right, so it's a little low in points as an 88. Coming from Ace.
88.8. Yeah. One thing I was about to say, I saw George when he was going for the tape. If you like watched him, he did like a lean to like make sure that he gets like a good angle for the tape still, because they're all, like hanging on that right side when they're grinding, obviously. What's really interesting is both runners are just opting to finish a run, actually.
Yeah, George is trying to get something together too. Just I guess probably get the jitters out. It's just okay. He's able to get a 96, 905.
Yeah, it's a long level. You gotta see the end of it sometimes.
Yeah, just to know you can hit some things. Plus, you never know. Like, just Ace's strats right here is just okay. Never mind. I'm flying. That was definitely not intentional.
A little bit of rail bonking never hurt anybody.
I'm also glad that's returned. Rail bonking has always been a interesting thing to see in a speedrun.
There's only one run where it's still theoretically useful, but
Or?
yes.
I thought you did the rail jump up there in the skate letters in college. You not do that anymore?
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Rail bonking isn't necessarily useful in majority of cases. There's like very, very few.
Okay. I'm like, wait, it's theoretical. That's like the only thing I can think of that makes sense.
I think there's also one in Alcatraz of Skate 4 of Pro Skater 4.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, that strat looks so much easier for Mace. But it's also Ace, so I'm not sure if like he's doing that on purpose and like it's just he's good at the game, or if like that is actually easier.
Maybe both.
One thing is you'll notice sometimes is that you don't actually have to grind the cop cars. You actually have to just jump on them. Sometimes it doesn't work because the trigger's kind of weird, but you'll see try jumping on the car and then jumping off to get a line started after that.
Yeah, if you have contact with the siren, if I'm not mistaken, you're okay.
Oh, is that the indicator? Okay.
I think so.
I just noticed the top of the car, but the siren would make a lot of sense.
That makes too much sense. We don't like sense making here. the tournament of
Sorry,
chaos.
guys. I'll leave.
Nah, we need you. Oh, okay. He decides to just go ahead and throw the the run. You get the bump from the real car though.
Yeah, just a reminder as well. Not only was the chat hyped, but the runners were hyped as well to get streets as a matchup here. So possibly jitters. I don't know.
What?
I think this is just a hard level. I think they're making it worse too.
Did someone just see
Exactly.
that from George? We just kind of jumped off weird.
I did not see it.
I
did
guess
not.
I'm probably the same thing. So I've seen too much
Yeah.
Tony Hawk in my last 3 weeks of play. I've just been talking about Tony Hawk and all this stuff, and all of a sudden I'm just seeing people jump off walls they shouldn't be jumping off of. What would you say
Is George.
Oh, the wall ride is just evil. I was about to say, what do you think the hardest part of this run is? And I think we got the answer.
Yeah, probably that wall ride. It looks easy the first time you're like learning it. It's like, yeah, okay, I can hit this wall ride, but more often than not, you'll find yourself stuck with actually trying to hit it and then going for a backup or just resetting the run. See right there with George.
He's just missing it too. He gets the backup, but not really the angle you want to hit at. So it's just kind of making sure that everything's good to go. There's always some sort of wall ride in a Tony Hawk game where it's like really insane, and you actually need everything to go right. Otherwise, you're just not getting it.
Yeah, and actually, both runners opting to go for the run, not even going for backups or anything. Reminder that none of these two runners have a time better than 88 right now, which is really, really high considering the level of the play around this grand finals. So,
Yeah, I mean, both runners, I think we said it a bit earlier, they're both the runners who will not skimp away from hard strats. They welcome them with open arms.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just as a reference, the world record's a 118, so it's a 78. So like, it is a solid 10 plus seconds ahead of the best player right now. But right now, George is on a run. How this goes out for him. He's still a little low on points, but that doesn't mean anything for George. He's able to hit the E strat right there.
all right, time to point farm.
Yeah, he just needs some point farm. This is an easy line right here to make sure he hits it. He still needs a few more points. Oh, but he jumps off. He doesn't get the 5-0. Oh, it's going to be a weird... Okay, he might be able to still get the gap. He got the gap.
Got it.
Definitely not intended in any way, shape, or form. Is able to get that. Turn around. Oh, he got a bad angle. That's going to be an 80. 802.
I don't think either of their PBs reflect how well they're actually playing.
Yeah.
They're like they're actually like a lot lower than their PB would suggest, and like what they're trying to do.
And not just for the memes, guys. 112 is possible. We were talking about that before with the runners, Street specifically, because they both really wanted to play it. And you know, the world record right now stands at 77 seconds by Ace, and George has a 78. And both of them could get a 72 here.
Could you imagine 72? Complete the meme in the middle of a tournament.
I'm not sure if I'm ready because as commentators, we are obligated to recreate the meme because they're not going to be able to.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've seen that video, that legendary video.
Just have Packle blast it. Blast the video on stream.
It's also fair. Minute and a half to go in the game. If I was Ace, I'd probably be working on trying to get a better run. Like, sure, you want to go for these strats, but holy, you're a little bit behind. And 80 for him is not hard to beat.
Yeah, I think.
And you definitely don't want to go 2-0 deficit against George. Like, that is probably the worst way to go.
Yeah, he opted for a safer strat going for that A. So I think he understands us. Well, he hears us, definitely, but...
Oh, but he misses the wall ride. He has time... Come on. Let's say if he hits the second one, it should still be good to go. But he's not able to hit that. A little bit less than a minute to go. That's the issue. Like, if you want to go for optimization too much into it, you might get into a scenario where you actually are forced to get a run when you really are not ready for it. but we'll see how things goes.
Ace-
Less than 30
Ace
seconds
gets
left.
a
in the
lot
round.
of points really early. I just noticed that.
Yeah, it's an insane amount of points. He really doesn't have to worry about points from this point forward. Get what?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I
I didn't
thought
get
he
the
didn't
tape
get it.
jump. No, he went too far to the left. All right.
Oh,
This
dude.
is going to be both players' final run. Oh, no. Ace is not able to get the backup strat. That is unfortunate. Yes. George has the opportunity to complete his run. It looks like Ace might be still trying to go for it.
Yep, Ace still going.
I think he still has a chance. He has to go like, oh no.
Oh, no. That was it.
Yeah, that was it. He might have had a chance if he like pulled that out, but missing that was definitely impossible. Yeah, George is going to be taking game 2, which for Ace, he knows this. It's New York. Is not a level you want to go into match point against George.
Tournament point.
Tournament point as well, yes.
Just get tougher and tougher.
This hole is very hard to come out from. But
Yeah, I think on the bright side, this is another stage where I think they're very neutral.
yes,
I mean, this whole game is probably neutral to them at this point almost. Like maybe a
For sure.
couple levels, out of there, but
yeah. And right now it's so Ace has the run. If he wants to get back to get a comfortable spot, he needs to win the next 3. New York City, of course, School 1, and Hangar. Definitely maps he can win on. He knows he can do this. It's just a matter of he just needs to put something together. But I think we're good to go if both players are as well. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, this is tournament point for George. Ace needs to win to keep his hopes alive of winning it all. Both players.
Yeah, and both of these
Go ahead.
No, both of these players actually did a lot for New York strats. I remember that George had a 57 that he didn't reveal to anyone until tournament started because it was a seeding map. And Ace also doing a bunch of strats just to refine. And Ace came up with a really cheeky wall ride to get on top of the rails, which I'm grateful we don't use. And just goes to show that these 2 runners contribute a lot, not just to New York, but to the community, and it's the matchup we all wanted to see, really.
Yeah, I don't know how. There's not really many more matchups at this point I would want. Like, both players are just insanely good at this game. This game is practically both of theirs. It's again, there's not really much we could ask for a better matchup. It's not that many people can face George head to head either. So like, but there's still plenty of time to go for sure for Ace. I'm fully confident in his abilities. Both runners are
I feel
pretty much neck and neck on this run. Oh, not able to get that. Looks like he's just going to offer the backup strat, just going up the subway. Not the easiest thing to hit. But George is able to hit it. He has to get a few extra points and he's able to get it and go out of bounds. Now it's time for the wall jump and the kicker jump. Oh, it's just a bad angle. And George is able to get with a 58.
Okay.
971. So George off to a very hot start here. Still has some wiggle room, but
Yeah, just as a reference, there's less than 2 seconds between both runners, and it was relatively recently, so they can both play against each other.
And I don't think they're doing different routes or anything, right? They're going for the same strats.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same exact strats. At this point, if there's any deviation between their strats, it's very minute.
probably be something one of them found in like the last like 3 days,
Or
to be honest.
today, in Ace's case. That's why this man also, he finds shit all the time. Ace is able to hit the wall ride strat. Oh, but he's not able to hit the strat up to the top of the rails. George's not able to hit it, but he opts for a reset. He knows he can't He needs to go for the run of all runs. He can't let Ace be close to him like that. But we're not even at the 3-minute mark, so there's still plenty of time to go in this. That jump, though, is so strange to hit us. Like, every time I see it, I'm like, there's no way you're hitting that, and you hit it, and you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
It's kind of weird, actually, now that I think about it. This might be like the level with, like, a billion slopes that you're supposed to hit properly. No, I didn't even think about this before, but, like, you have this early one after you get the 50-50, and then you have the one where ideally, when you're in the park, you get the 2-for-1 on the subway tickets, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you have another really dumb one at the end with the tapes.
Map of slopes. A game of slopes.
Yeah.
About to hit the 4-minute mark.
Right. Just Ace needs to pop off right now because, well, that's the only chance he gets. He needs to stay alive in the tournament.
Yeah, he got himself in this hole. He had a couple opportunities, but he still has a chance to bring it back. But he has to run it for this entire for the rest of this series to force a bracket reset. Yeah, this slope's just so strange to see. Like, I remember when I first started playing this game, I'm like, there's no, like, these slopes are just like, no way. Like, I don't know why you would do this. And I had like the record for this map for a little bit, around release. Of course, people just got better. I couldn't keep up.
That's what happens to grandpas.
Yeah, pretty much. I get an early head start, but eventually everyone catches up to me. George is messing up that jump down there at the fountain to get the skate ladder. Sometimes that just does not work. You need a good jump. You can either jump from the side of the fountain, or you can just like boneless into it and hope and pray. Sometimes it just doesn't work.
Actually, wonder which one's more consistent. This fountain is famous for being a run killer. Back in, I think, yes.
2
because
is
it's just
2 is a run killer. 2x is a run killer.
This level has. I think this level might be one of like the most fan favorites that we just have never seen the return of till now.
Yeah, which is funny because this is a fantastic level. It's just very mean for a speedrun.
So okay, we've seen like 10 renditions of Venice though, which isn't a bad level. You know, just wish we could have gotten a couple of these.
HD Venice intensifies. Hey, when's our HT tournament? Is that next? Is that after this?
Okay. Yeah.
Exactly.
Everyone's gonna have to play Pro Skater 1+2, but on 4K monitors. HD-ified.
Yeah, and these 540 is gonna be playing.
And tell you, man, after this, like whoever wins this, secret boss ND 540. Like, y'all think I'm joking? You know what I mean? Like, holy crap, it's Paco this entire time. Oh, Ace is not able to get the wall ride strat. He's able to get it, but he got a little late, so he wasn't able to pull it off.
It's all looking good though, I think.
It's not gonna be by much. He's able to get that. He was able to get a 61, so he was able to get a run on the board, but it's not the run he needs. But with a few strats here, he can definitely get back into it. We have 3 minutes to go left in the game. Coming down to the wire.
I don't think George has gotten much in the last couple of minutes here.
Yeah, ever since his 58, he's been having issues getting back to the. I think he's been back to the subway once, but he wasn't able to hit the jump. So.
Yeah, I think it's just like staying inside the park area. Which I think this park area is very rough.
To be fair, yeah, I understand that. It makes sense. That 2-for-1 is actually kind of hard to like. You can do backup strat, of course, for it. It's not too much slower, but not the easiest thing to hit. Of course, the A is like the dumbest thing on the planet. Speaking of George, we're back over here at the subway. He's able to hit. Oh, but but he's still going for it anyways. And we have 2 minutes left. That is the 2-minute warning. George isn't gonna beat his time though, but he's just. Oh wow, that was a weird reset point. I think he dropped out a little too early on that one.
Yeah, I think that's the reset point when it thinks that you've gone too far into the rail system.
Yeah.
I think there's one under it and then one at the end of it. So.
Yeah. So. He wouldn't have been his time anyways. It was he was already at like a 56 as he was getting to the end of the rail. It's like a solid 4 seconds to get back to the end. Yeah, George is just having issues getting back to a run ever since that 58.
Mm-hmm.
Ace has been close a couple times, just a matter of making sure a few more things can get together.
And this is Ace's game to win right now.
Yeah, he can definitely pull it off. Gets the A, but he gets a weird angle for that. He's got to play as mad. He's gonna have to play like mad now. Still a minute to go, so if it doesn't work out, he still has some room left to reset. Oh, yeah. The wall ride and then dropping down on the wall ride just didn't work. 30 seconds left in the match, possibly the tournament. George is opting for indie front flips into hydrants for some reason. Strange, interesting strategy. We'll see how it works out for him. I think he's fine with his time. I think that's what he's pretty much doing.
Yeah, I think he feels like he's not getting too consistent here.
Ace got a reset off at the final second. This is his final run. No.
Oh, dude. We were all just holding our breath.
Yeah, we were waiting. And with that, George takes a 3-0 victory to win series in the tournament.
GG's.
Yeah, GG's to both of you. You're both unmuted. Ace, man. How are you feeling? How are you feeling, bro? No. He's not feeling on anything at all, guys.
I'm so disappointed. I think this really just showed how much more consistent he is than me, because like when I'm grinding streets, I don't realize when 3 hours pass, much less 10 minutes. Like I started finally getting in the rhythm, and then you're just like, "Ooh, there's like 1 minute left," and I'm just like, "Excuse me, we just started." So, unfortunately, I think I bit off way more than I could chew. I just couldn't get anything going. I was not playing hot enough to do that.
Still,
yeah,
second place. Very, very good run overall. The only
I'm
person
just...
you've dropped to is the man himself. So.
Yeah, but like 3-0 grand final, no, like that's lame.
Well, you definitely had it. Like there were a number of times throughout that entire, not even like being your first series in this series where it just needed one thing to go right, and for New York it was the A. The A was just the evil thing for you. Sometimes you just get to that. After that, it gets to the subway rail.
You want to know the worst part?
What?
The set went almost exactly how my first set with George went. We went to Venice Beast first, although he won it this time. Then we went to Streets. I got overconfident, and then he won. And then we went to New York, and I kept choking on the A. So.
Still,
Yeah.
second place is nothing to scoff at. So losing to it's George, man. Like, you know it. I know it. Everyone knows it. Losing to George is, I won't say expected, but it's understandable.
If we get 30-minute rounds next tournament, I'm in there. I'm ready.
We didn't get the real 112.
Yeah, no, I've always been the grinder, not the good player. So
I don't know. I mean, I felt like this whole tournament, if any game could have been world record for a number of the players that have been in it.
that's true.
I mean, there have been new strategies developing the whole time. You know, stuff like the lean, just new routes, new ideas. So I mean, any game there could have been world records.
Absolutely, especially Streets. My record is garbage as it stands right now.
Yeah.
But George, congratulations.
Thank you.
How does it feel?
It feels good. I mean,
You dropped only one game this entire tournament, which is insane.
yeah, at Venice Beach, which I very furiously relearned,
I
grinded
noticed.
out the issues.
Well, you ground out pretty well, I will say.
I mean, I didn't want to say anything because this sounds very presumptuous on my end, but I feel like me taking that one Venice Beach set me up for disaster because you started realizing, like, oh, maybe I should practice a little bit, and then you just start sweeping the leaderboards. And when that started happening, I'm just like, oh, he's not going to make this easy at all.
Hey, it's grand final. It's not supposed to be easy.
Oh, I know, but like,
It's not supposed to be a free
felt-
game.
It felt doable in our winner's set, but this, I could tell you have been putting in so much time, so respect for that.
Thanks.
George, you are the first person to ever win a Tony Hawk tournament.
Officially, we've had
Holy
three.
cow.
We've had a Thug 1 tournament, a THPS 4 tournament, and this. So technically speaking, yes, you're the first winner ever. How's it feel? Does it feel great? Do you feel anything?
I'm on top of the world,
This guy's going to Disney World, folks. Afterwards,
but I'm still underneath this A.
I was giving you quite a bit of trouble. I think after your
That was
completed run.
My ace collected on my screen, so it feels hollow. No, but I'm kind of. This was fun, but I'm kind of glad it's over. I feel like I can finally do other things. Like, well, first of all, I'm grinding Streets 112. That just has to happen. I'll probably do like one stat, or something stupid.
Once that seems fun.
Yeah, especially with the new Hubbard strap. I never got to show the Hubbard strap because I'm bad. Fuck.
Well, we can show it right now for our millions of viewers at home.
Yeah, for the record.
Yeah, the whole. I'll tell you exactly. 48 million. There we go.
Oh yeah, and when you said my new start to Streets looked easy, I kind of got very mad because it is not nearly as easy as it looks.
Oh,
It's deceptively hard.
I kind of figured
Oh,
after I saw you keep bonking on the rail, I'm like, oh, never mind.
Yeah,
oh,
you
is that
can
the
do
strat?
for
Oh
Hubbard,
my
yeah.
god, that's insane.
So I think I heard George miss it because you said he had a weird angle. I'm like, yeah, I know why.
He went underneath the bridge more so. First,
Oh,
and then he
okay,
came back
never
around.
mind. Streets is hard, dude.
Yeah, fun
Way
fact.
too difficult now for 10 minutes. And I haven't even routed in the stupid wall ride yet, where you can get to the top of the building. So that's fun.
Good time. Either way, everyone at home,
Please stop.
thank you very much for coming out and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the finals. Hope everyone had a good time. That is it from us. Do we have a raid target in mind? I don't know who else would be streaming this.
Andy THPS is streaming.
Oh, well,
I mean, there are probably a number of people streaming right now.
So we
go
can go
raid
raid
Mango.
Raid Mango. He's gonna be like, what's THPS? Like, it's a Tony Hawk
Yeah.
raided me.
No. Alright.
Or maybe he's not. He might not be streaming until
Yeah, I don't see
for,
it.
for another 45 minutes or so.
Unfortunate.
You can raid Draco. Raid Draco or Andrew Shins.
Draco THPS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go raid Draco. Yeah, go watch him. Thank you guys for coming out and watching as always. And we'll see y'all later.
Peace.
GG's.
GG's, man. I'm so sad. I did not play very well